Dear friend, let's continue with Interchange 3, Unit 1. We call it clauses plus adverbial clauses with when. Adverbial clauses is a dependent clauses describing the verb or adjective of the sentences. The clauses provide information about the action being taken in terms of time, place, condition, purpose, results, comparison, manner, concession, and reasons. Adverbial clauses in English comes in different kind of clauses of. We have this as maybe it could be extra for you. We have adverbial clauses of time. Then we have adverbial clauses of places. Then we have adverbial clauses of reasons. Then we have adverbial clauses of condition. Then we have adverbial clauses of concession. Then we have adverbial clauses of manner. Then number 7, we have adverbial clauses of purpose. Then we have adverbial clauses of comparison. Then the last one, we have adverbial clauses of results. Our subject for today will be 8 clauses, adverbial clauses with when. For example, the sentences here we have it. We have subject, verb, or could be auxiliary, object. Then here object is it. Then we can switch it with them because here we have it. Then we use when to connecting the two sentences to each other. Then we have here when to connect them. Then we have the second sentences, subject verb, could be auxiliary, then object. Then how we do this? For example, if we look at the first sentences, all students like it. If we look here, we have all students as my subject, like is the verb, then here I have it as my object. Then we have the second sentences, the exam questions are easy to be answered. Then we have here when as a connection between the two sentences. Then we're gonna say all students like it when the exam questions are easy to be answered. Here we have the connecting the two sentences is when. As a clause working here, it means here all students like it. Like it what? When the exam questions are easy to be answered. It means all these sentences is describing the it. We have it here. Let's go to the second one. Sarah doesn't mind it. Then we have here the second sentences. A customer asks her too many questions. Then we have to connect the two sentences to make it as adverbial clause with when. Then we have here when to be used to connecting the two sentences. Then we're gonna say Sarah doesn't mind it. Then we're connecting with the adverbial when a customer asks her so many questions. If we look here, we said it, we have hit it, and then all the sentences describing the it. That's the reason we say adverbial clauses with when. If we look at here, we have two kinds. We could call it phrases or clauses. Clauses, it means I have a subject, then and also I have the verb. That's we call them clauses. And then if we look here, then we have all this dependent clauses that depend on these sentences here. These sentences we call them independent because it could stand as one part of a sentences. And then the second one here, we call them dependent sentences or dependent clauses. And then all this is related because this adverbial we have it. Then here all this part describing it. Let's continue. Now we have it as a subject in the subject part. Before we had it as in the object places. We have subject, then verb auxiliary, then we have object. Then we connected with the second sentences by when as adverbial. Then the second sentence we have subject, verb auxiliary object. This is the clause. Because we said the clause, we have subject, verb, any group of words with the subject and verb, we call them clauses. Any groups of words with no subject, no verb, we call them phrases. Let's look to this sentences. It drives me crazy. That's my first sentences. The second one, okay, let's look to this sentences. It drives me crazy. If you look to the sentences, we see it is coming instead of on the position of the subject. Then we have the second sentence. A mother neglects her child, bursts into tears with no reason. Then we have to connect the two sentences in one, then to make it adverbial clauses with it. It drives me crazy when a mother neglects her child, bursts into tears with no reason. Then same thing here we have here. When is describing the whole situation with it, the clauses we have it here. Then we say have the second one. It worries poor people the most. The prices of food are high rocketing in the market. Then we connect the two sentences because here we have it in the state of the subject. Then we have same thing here. Then connecting the two sentences into one. It worries poor the most. Then we have the second sentences. When the prices of food are high rocketing in the market. If you look here, we have the adverbial clauses. When connecting the two sentences, which is describing it. Thank you for listening. The next one will be Unit 2, Gerund phrases. Thank you for watching.